Alright guys, in this video here, we will be breaking down the best possible setup for your brand new Ultra Omega Shenron, which comes out this weekly reset when co-op resets, because I know a lot of you guys are going to go to the comment section down below and ask me, DB Zoom, when does this guy come out? Just clearing up right in the beginning of the video, guys, he comes out or should come out this weekly reset when co-op resets. That's how we're going to be able to farm them like the rest of the other free-to-play Ultra units that we got. So, this Omega Shenron, I'm expecting to be very, very, very good because he holds a lot of unique tags in itself. I think like 4 to 5, to be honest with you guys, which we're going to be breaking down in just one bit. But guys, he can have a lot of different setups and builds, and we're going to be building one crazy setup for this character. I mean, honestly, like, this character is going to be quite insane, guys. We're going to be starting off with a very, very tanky build. Now, something right away to know is that this Omega Shenron, Ultra Omega Shenron, right away has his own unique equipment. Not his own, but, this unique equipment right here is a GT unique equipment, so he can hold it. It's called I'm Surprised at My Strength. Now, why this equipment is so good is, right away, just, like I mentioned before, we're going to be building himself a very tanky build, and then we're going to build him also in an offensive build as well. So let's focus on this crazy tanky build, because this equipment's first slot has health restoration up to 10%. Now, if we just take a very quick look at what he does, he has, right here it says he has abilities that greatly decreases damage received, which is really good, and buff him whenever he is attacked. Also, if his health falls below a certain point after receiving an attack, he can buff and heal himself even more. So that is really good. I mean, right away, guys, you can see he greatly decreases damage received, and as well as he can heal himself. So if we make him a tanky unit, on top of his tanky abilities, this character could be quite dangerous. Now, this equipment here, health restoration, up to 10% is already phenomenal, because he can self-heal after his health falls down to a certain point. As well as the second slot is absolutely ridiculous, guys. Take a look at this. Base strike defense, base blast defense, all the way up to 20%. And this is a 2-in-1 slot. So that right there is amazing on its own. Plus his third slot, a whopping 30% to base strike attack. So this equipment here, guys, if you want to start farming this now is the time, because we have just about 3 to 4 days left until this Omega Shenron comes out. And I know you guys are going to want to be ready now. We're going to focus on this other equipment a little bit later. Let's build him this tanky build first and foremost, right? So this is the first tanky equipment you guys want. The second one you guys want is this one right here. It's called Here I Go. Obviously, first slot all the way up to 12% base strike defense. In the second slot is base strike defense again, all the way up to 13%. So that's a whopping, 25% to base strike defense, and as well as his health up to 10%. So health all the way up to 10%, plus all this tanky. This guy's going to be an absolute tank, guys. Absolute tank. Now, that's going to be the second tanky slot you guys want for your equipment. We're going to be focusing on this one a little bit later. Next up, you guys want to have this one right here. It also, on its second slot, increases base health up to 10%. So health everywhere, tanky everywhere. And obviously, this one, you do need to run a yellow unit alongside with him if you want that third slot. But nonetheless, really, really good tanky build. I mean, right away, this guy could be an absolute, possibly one of the most tanky units in the whole game. Now, let's track a little bit back here to this first page right here. Now, if you guys want to look at these equipments for yourself, by the way, it's all on my Twitter, which is in the link in the description down below. If you guys want to go follow me there, I keep you guys updated there as well. So, this next one right here is an Awaken equipment. Now, these are a little bit tougher to grind, obviously, because they're Awaken equipment. A lot, lower rates in terms of, gold and red slots and stuff like that. So, and plus you have to go through that whole hoopla. I hope they kind of nerf this, to be honest with you guys. But nonetheless, this is a Fusion Warrior equipment, because he does hold Fusion Warriors as well. So that's really good. Right away, his first slot is base blast defense or base strike defense all the way up to 18%, which is really notable. And second slot is, base strike attack all the way up to 20%. And then third slot is base critical all the way up to 18%. So this is a notable equipment as well if you guys do want to grind that. But it is going to be quite tough to grind, to be honest with you guys. Next up, we have this right here, which is base blast defense all the way up to 15%, base critical all the way up to 15%, and then base strike attack all the way up to 20%. So another really, really good equipment. I believe this is a Shadow Dragons equipment. Quote me if I'm wrong, but I believe that's a Shadow Dragon's equipment. So, next up, we also have this other GT equipment, which is base strike defense all the way to 15%, base blast attack all the way to 15%, and base strike attack all the way up to 18%. So a very well-rounded equipment and very easy to grind as well, because it's not an awakened equipment as well, or a unique equipment where it has lower rates to get what you want. So that's something really noticeable. Now, these next two are actually quite my favorites probably. These are Regen equipments. I have these at Z plus at multiple equipments as well, because I do run Regen a lot. But, right away, this one right here with the Majin Buu, base critical up to 8%, which is okay, But then we also have base strike attack and base blast attack, 18 and 20% each, which is really, really good for a normal equipment, right? And this one right here is called Dr. Jiro's computer. This one is really good. I like this one a lot. I believe it's Regen and as well as androids. So this one here could do quite a lot of things, guys. It's probably one of the most well-rounded equipments you guys can grind, to be honest with you guys. Base blast attack or base track attack up to 13%. So you get to choose. A little bit harder to grind when you have to like kind of pick your poison, but base strike or base blast all the way to 13%, as well as the second slot actually holds two abilities, which is base strike defense, excuse me, and base blast defense all the way up to 10%. And then the third slot is the same thing like the first slot, where you can choose base blast or base strike all the way up to 13%. So a very, very well-rounded equipment, which I also suggest you guys grind this, because not only can you use this for Regen, you can also use it for Android. So it's a very multiverse type of equipment, which I suggest you guys grind. Now, his abilities right away tell me he's going to be a defensive type of unit. I didn't mention any kind of like colors or defensive type of equipments, because we're not 100% sure exactly what category he's going to fall in and what color he's going to be in. But for funs and giggles for this video, guys, let's take a quick guess. Let's take a look at GT first and foremost. He holds GT, he holds Regen, he holds Fusion Warrior, powerful opponent, and as well as Shadow Dragon. So let's take a look. And by the way, if you guys want to screenshot this, by all means do so. This is all the equipments the red Omega Shenron, for reference, could hold. So some of these, are red equipments like this one right here. So this would only work if he's a red type unit or a defensive type unit, or, whatnot, depending on the color and type he is. But let's take a look at GT really quick, guys. What is GT missing? Honestly, like green, we got Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta, which is going to get his unique equipment, which is, all set. Yellow, we got Majub, which is pretty solid. And as well as the Super Saiyan 4 Goku, which is not solid, but, he's an LF nonetheless. Green, we got Super 17, right? Now, if we just take a look at red and blue, red, we obviously got the old Omega Shenron and the Zenkai Super Saiyan 4 Vegeta, and also the Zenkai Kid Goku, which is, they're okay. They're nothing too crazy. They're replaceable is what I'm trying to say. And for blue, we got, Ice and Super Saiyan 3 Goku, which is also replaceable. Now, it could be blue or either red, but don't forget, guys, that he also falls under Regen. So I'm kind of leaning more towards either blue or red. That's up for debate. If we look at Fusion Warrior, I doubt he's gonna actually dish the tag Fusion Warrior, but he does indeed hold the tag Fusion Warrior. And powerful opponent's too broad, to tell, because there's so much powerful opponent units. And as well as Shadow Dragon's too thin, so you can't really tell off of that. So just by judging off of GT and Regen, I'd honestly say either blue or red. Red for Regen and then blue for GT. But I think he's more of a GT type of unit, so I'd say blue or red. That's my final answer. Either blue or red. Probably blue, just because we already have a red Omega Shenron, which doesn't really mean anything, but it could indicate something. But guys, if you, like I said, if you do want to check out these equipments, head to my Twitter, which I'll link in the description down below. Go give me a follow, subscribe here if you guys want to stay up to date with everything, and I'll definitely catch you guys on the next one. So yeah, guys, have a good one. Peace.